Hello and welcome to this introduction to biostatistics. Now, if you're new to statistics, don't worry. I'll break everything down in a way that makes sense, even if you've never worked with numbers before. So let's get to the basics. What exactly is biostatistics and why should we really care about it? Well, biostatistics is really a fancy way of saying the science of using numbers to understand health and medicine. That's it. It's a combination of biology, which we know is the study of life, and statistics, which we know is the science of collecting and analyzing and interpreting data. Now you put them together and you get biostatistics, which is the use of numbers to answer important health-related questions. So let's imagine for a moment a new medicine comes out. And we want to know if it actually does work, if it actually does what exactly it's supposed to. We can't just give it to one person and say, yep, it worked for them, so it must be good for everybody. Instead, we have to test it on lots of people. We have to collect data and use biostatistics to analyze whether the medicine really does help, and if it is a treatment or if people are just getting better on their own. So why does biostatistics matter? Well, in healthcare, making decisions without evidence obviously can be dangerous. We need reliable data to know what works and what doesn't work. That's where biostatistics comes in. Now think about the flu vaccine as an example. Each year, scientists have to decide which version of the flu virus is most likely to spread. They don't just guess. They analyze data for previous years, look at patterns, and use statistical models to predict which flu strain will be the biggest problem. That's biostatistics in action. It really does help protect millions of people from getting sick. Okay, so let's say a new cancer drug, as an example, is developed. Before doctors can start prescribing it, we need to know, does it actually work? Is it safe, as we talked about? Or how effective is it compared to the existing treatments out there? Now, biostatistics helps answer all of these questions by analyzing data from clinical trials, where new treatments are tested on real patients, actual people. Now, imagine two groups of cancer patients. One group gets the new drug and the other gets a standard treatment. After a few months, researchers compare survival rates. Symptom improvements happen, but there's also side effects. If the new drug helps significantly more people, it might become the new standard treatment. So as you can see, without biostatistics, we wouldn't know if it was actually helping or if it was just a coincidence. However, biostatistics isn't just about medicines. It's also to help us to prevent disease outbreaks. Health officials use statistical models to track illnesses like the dreaded COVID-19 or the flu or even food poisoning outbreaks. So let's say, as an example, a health department notices that there's a lot of people in one city that are getting sick with a strange stomach-like flu illness. By using biostatistics, they track cases, look for patterns, and even discover that all the sick people ate at the same restaurant. By identifying the source quickly, they can stop the outbreak to prevent more people from getting sick. As you can see, this has real-life implications. These aren't just good guesses or suggestions. They're based on years of data and statistical analyses. That is how important stats is. And just for a moment, imagine a study where scientists followed 10,000 people for 20 years. Some smoke, some don't. And at the end of the study, they find that lung cancer rates are way higher in those who smoked. Biostatistics helps confirm the link between smoking and lung cancer, so health officials can issue and warn people and encourage prevention through encouraging people not to smoke in the first place. And this is what they have done. Okay, so to wrap up, biostatistics is all about using data to make better health decisions, whether it's testing new medicines, stopping disease outbreaks, or even understanding what keeps us healthy. Biostatistics plays a huge role in modern science. Now that you know the basics, you're ready to think like a biostatistician. Great work. See you in the next video.